All right, Monday, new cycle, kicking it off. On Mondays for your strength, you will choose between snatching or front squatting. With the front squat, we have a high-end strength or a absolute level of strength progression, as well as a more hypertrophy-focused progression for build and tone. With the snatch, this is going to be our consistency snatch day. So we have two options to snatch this week, both today, Monday, as well as Friday. Today is going to be focused on consistency at moderate weights, as well as some weeks letting you build up to a heavy at the end of it. So if we look at our strength and power squat progression, over the first 3 weeks, we are going to use top and drops where we build up to a top set of paused front squats, allowing you to take away the elasticity of your tendons, which will overload the requirement for the muscles to contract because we're not going to have that bounce to help us out. Once we hit our top set of squats, of which we will see that number, the volume, descend each week, we will have some back off sets at the same weight, but we're going to get rid of that pause to allow you to maintain the load and the mechanical tension to drive some strength as well as hypertrophy. And then you will close out your set with an AMRAP set of back squats. We're transitioning to back squats for this true AMRAP set because with a front squat AMRAP, what's going to break down is not going to be the strength of your legs. It's going to be either the stability of your upper back or your midline. By putting the bar on the back, we're going to get a lot more volume into the legs and challenge the muscular endurance of the legs even more. As we move into the second half of this cycle, weeks 4, 5, and 6, we'll lose the pause in the top set and allow you to continue to push load as we get deeper into the cycle. If you're following the build and tone side, it's going to look almost identical. You're just going to have more volume. So instead of working from 7 5s and 3s and then a 5 3 and a 1, you're going to go 10 7 5 10 7 5. That additional volume is going to lead to more growth of thy quads, which is dope, obviously, and build more muscular endurance. With that, you'll stick with the same loading protocol where we're going to have you pushing pause for your top set over the first wave and then getting rid of the pause so that we can continue to load heavier into the second wave. My snatch crew is going to be using an EMOM style, switching off between power snatches and squat snatches every other minute, completing a singular rep. As we move weeks into the cycle, we are going to see some of the minutes at the end allotted towards building to a heavy. To one, have you dial in the mechanics with a bunch of quality reps at prescribed percentages, but then let you do something fun like build to a heavy and also train some degree of strength under fatigue. With that snatch progression, we have spent the last 8 weeks working hang power snatches. So our second pull should be the most powerful it has ever been. We are now going to start to get more specific towards the primary or the classic lift, which is the squat snatch from the ground. So over the first wave of this cycle, we are going to continue to take it from the hang, but we're going to start blending in that squat variation. And then as we move into the second half, we're going to take everything from the ground while still touching power snatches to work on our pull strength and working on getting under the bar with the squat variation and then finishing with one of the heavy squat variation. Close out your workout with some odd object work. So the odd object work is going to switch off stimulus-wise between an A week and a B week. It won't be a true progression, but we're going to alternate between more aerobic demands of it, meaning that for the entire time domain, you're going to be working. Even though you're with a partner, we'll have you doing holds while your partner works or working calories while your partner works. Think longer work durations to train more of a sustained output. During the B weeks, we're going to have more of a anaerobic lactic demand on the energy systems, meaning that they're going to be shorter bursts. So think anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes of hard effort push, followed by prescribed rest while your partner works. The intent of this is to improve your interset rest recovery or interset recovery. It's not rest. You're going to be resting. Basically, your ability to output, recover quickly, and then output again, which is one of the major demands of CrossFit. So how should you attack this day? If you have a strength deficit and you really want to focus on that, then you absolutely could choose to snatch and then front squat. Note that you would definitely want to snatch before you front squat. That's the order of operations there. And then if you had time to get in some of the odd object work, that's a really good idea. Odd object work is dope because one, the way we set it up is going to improve your energy systems, but also the the requirement of working with non-standard implements, right? Not a barbell, not as often dumbbells, movements that you don't practice as much, comes with it the ability for motor skill learning, which is basically your body's ability to acquire new movement patterns and solve movement problems. With that, you're going to learn to coordinate the muscles better, right? Neuromuscular connections are going to become better, and it's just going to make you an all-around better athlete at the more standard movement. So if you have time, hit that afterwards. Otherwise, pick if you want to focus on your strength, if you want to focus on your snatching, and then close it out with a rip with your buddy for the pot and a push.